Hi everybody, I just wanted to make a very short video to give one tip on how to survive as a freelance musician. There are many players, there are many good players, there's a lot of students, there's a lot of players in a big city like Berlin, and there are not so many gigs. There are a lot of starving freelance musicians that will do anything to get a gig. And there's something that happened to me this morning that it really pissed me off a little bit, and I thought I would do a video so that nobody that is listening to me will ever make this mistake ever again. I got a phone call for a gig, and it's a very well paid gig for here in Berlin, 300 euros for a rehearsal and a concert. Maybe it's not so well paid if you're in Paris or if you're in New York or wherever else you might be, but for Berlin, it's a very well paid gig, you know, and a lot of people would really like to have that gig. So they called me for the gig, and I can't do it because I have some meetings for my startup. And so I messaged some people that I know, and I messaged one person because I know that he doesn't have many gigs. I know that he needs money, and he's not really my friend, but I thought, okay, maybe I can do this guy a favor. And so I said, hey, there's a gig on that date for that money. Are you available? Are you here? Can you do it? And he said, send me more details, just like this. Not hello, not hey, how are you doing? Nothing, you know, just give me more details. It's like, I wouldn't even talk to this like this to my dog, you know. And then, so I just put it on the side, and I'd say, I give him again the same details, you know, it's on that date, in that place, for that amount of money, can you do it? And he's like, okay, I can do it. Boom, that's it. That's it. Not hello, not how you doing, not thank you, not anything. And what I did is that I didn't give him the gig. I called someone else, and I'm not going to mention any names. I'm careful about doing this. But I called someone else. I said, hey, I have this gig. He was like, hey, how you doing? It's been a long time. Yeah, sure, I'm available. Let's have a beer first because we didn't see each other. Or I'm really happy that you called me because I really need the money. It's really cool. No. I'm not asking like for a prayer of gratitude for me giving just one stupid little gig, you know? But like, at least hello, at least thank you. And that guy that was rude to me, he's on my blacklist now. I'm not gonna call him again. He's not my friend, he's not my colleague, I'm never ever gonna call him again. And so this is the one rule if you want to survive as a freelance musician. I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful that I have had a lot of gigs as a freelance musician from day one when I arrived in the city. And the first gig that I had, after the gig, I called the person that gave me the gig, and I said, hey, thanks so much. I hope I did a good job, it went well, and it was not the best gig of my life, and it was not the best opportunity of my life, but it was a gig, you know, and I needed the money to survive, to pay my rent. And so I was really appreciative, and I said, hey, can I buy you a beer or a coffee or whatever? And then the next week they called me again, because, you know, you want to deal with people that are polite, and that don't treat you like you're their agent or their manager, or that you owe them anything when you don't. You don't owe anybody anything. So I thought I would put this little rant out there. If you're a freelance musician, or if you're struggling as a freelance musician, maybe you want to make it easier on yourself. There are a lot of good players. There are not so many opportunities, even in a big city like Berlin. There are a lot of concerts, there's a lot going on. But as a bass trombone player, you know, there's a lot of chamber orchestras, a lot of chamber music, a lot of Bach. I hate Bach, no bass trombone. But joke aside, you know, there are more players and opportunities. So if you want to have a chance to survive, you have to be professional. Being professional means you're showing up on time, you're smiling, you say hello, you respect your colleagues, you respect the people next to you. And just basic courtesy. I'm surprised at myself that I actually have to say this out aloud. It's like, you know, I never went anywhere in anybody's house for a tea without bringing some cookies. Now that's my education, maybe it's not everybody's education, but anyway, if you don't want to be blacklisted from colleagues of yours in your city, when somebody offers you a gig, you say hello, how are you doing, thank you for the opportunity, thank you for the gig. Even if it's a gig that is beneath you, you know, some people always say, oh, this gig is beneath me. Yeah, but like you're desperate for money, you're desperate for gigs. Don't be such a snob, you know. So rant over. I hope I'm not going to do many of these videos, but I thought that it would be useful for me to put this out there. I know there's a lot of freelance musicians, and although I'm sure that you watching are not in the situation that you don't say hello and thank you and goodbye. Rant over. It's been long enough. I wanted to make it under 2 minutes. I failed again. I talk too much and I mumble. I will do another video very soon for the technique to talk, etc., etc. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.